Today's lesson is called An Enemy of the People. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeff.
I am Roger. Today we're going to continue talking about our selected work of literature. Again, it's a play by the Norwegian playwright Henrik Ibsen, Ibsen's plays. And of course, our featured play is An Enemy of the People. It's all about corrupt politics and contaminated water supplies in a little town in Norway.
Now, I don't know who the real enemy of the people is quite yet, but I do know that Dr. Stokeman is not the enemy of the people. He's an honest person, and he discovers that some important baths, okay, these baths are important to the economy of a small town in Norway. This doctor finds out that these baths are contaminated, so naturally he wants to do the right thing. He wants to help the people in this town by saying, hey, the baths are contaminated, they're dangerous, okay? So he's not the enemy. But, as they say, no good deed goes unpunished. Yes, poor Dr. Stokeman, he was just trying to do something good, and people are going to use his good deed. They are going to use his good deed for their own ends, and people are going to fight the truth of this as well. And we're going to learn all about that during today's portion of our lesson. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start reading part 2 of our synopsis of An Enemy of the People.
The tide starts to turn against Dr. Stokeman. His brother, the mayor, is furious because the article will ruin the town if it's published. Dr. Stokeman goes to the newspaper office, only to find that his brother has interfered. Hovstad will run a statement from the mayor guaranteeing that the spring water is safe instead of Stokeman's article. Determined, nonetheless, the doctor calls for a town meeting.
各位好，第一部分我们看到的单字是 publish， 这个字是动词，指刊登文章或出版、发行。例如 The book was just published last week, but it quickly rose to the top of the billboard. 这本书上周才发行，不过它已经快速地冲到排行榜的最顶端了。另外，补充与 publish 相关的单字 ，publisher 为名词，指出版商或发行人。所以可以说 After several attempts, the author finally found a publisher for his book. 经过几次的尝试，该名作家终于为他的书找到出版商。再来，我们看到的单字是动词 interfere， 指干涉、介入或妨碍。后面多接介系词 with， 像是 The disease interferes with the body's ability to heal itself. 这种疾病干扰人体的自愈能力。另外补充 interfere 的名词 interference， I-N-T-E-R-F-E-R-E-N-C-E interference。我们可以说 Samuel objected to his mother's interference in his private life. Samuel 反对他妈妈干涉他的私人生活。接着我们看到一个单字 nonetheless 是副词，指尽管如此，然而，不过。举例来说 Taylor is very busy. Nonetheless, she always makes time for her family. 尽管 Taylor 很忙碌，她依旧会留时间给家庭。另外补充与 nonetheless 同义的单字 nevertheless 以及 however。所以我们可以说 It's unlikely that it will rain today. Nevertheless或者是 However, we should still bring an umbrella. 今天不太可能会下雨，但即使如此，我们应该带把雨伞。
All right, remember last time when we left off, we had Dr. Stokeman and Hofstad, the editor of the newspaper. They were getting ready to go after the city government because they think it's corrupt. So far, things seem to be going well for them. So here, our lesson begins by saying the tide starts to turn against Dr. Stokeman. Okay, so here we've got the tide, which usually refers to the rising and falling of the water next to the ocean because of the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon. You've got high tide and low tide. But in this particular case, the tide turns against them. That means things are not going well for Dr. Stokeman. and I guess also for the editor of the newspaper.
One way or another, the tide starts to turn against poor Dr. Stokeman. Remember, he's just trying to do the right thing. He's going to have an article published telling the truth. The baths in this town are contaminated. Beware, but nothing is ever this simple in life, apparently, and Ibsen, the playwright behind this particular piece of literature, knows that. So Dr. Stokeman is trying to do something good, but nothing good is going to come of it. Anyways, yes, how does the tide start to turn against Dr. Stokeman? Well, next, his brother, the mayor, is furious because the article will ruin the town if it's published. Okay, so Dr. Stokeman, again, wants to do something good, but his brother, who is the mayor of this town, says, hey, you can't publish that article. I know that it's the truth, but if you publish that, you're going to ruin our town. Remember, the economy of this town relies on these baths. If they're contaminated, nobody will come to these baths. We'll have to shut them down, and the town will be ruined. So stop what you are doing. And again, this reminds me of the plot of the movie Jaws, that killer shark is eating all of these people on this little island. And at first, the mayor says, hey, don't say a word. We need tourists during summertime, or else the economy of the island, I should say, would collapse. So here, something similar is going on. The mayor is furious with Dr. Stokeman because the article he's going to publish is going to ruin the town. That's what the mayor believes. Now, we've got two vocabulary words in this sentence to talk about. First of all, we have the word furious. Okay, if you are furious, you're mad. But you're not just mad. You're extremely angry. You're filled with rage. You could say something like, I was super furious with my sister when she broke my toy. Yes, this happened when I was a kid. She broke my toy. She didn't know what she was doing, but I was still furious and super angry. Then we also have the word ruin. Here it's being used as a verb. To ruin something is to destroy something in this particular situation.
Indeed. So again, furious. That reminds me of something you could say to someone if they make you really mad. You can say, now you've done it. You've made me simply furious. If you bother me again, I'm going to beat you to a pulp. But in this particular case, the mayor is furious because, hey, this newspaper article is going to ruin the town. If it gets published, if you put this in the newspaper, people all over the country are going to read this article, and that's going to destroy our tourist industry. So Dr. Stokeman goes to the newspaper office only to find that his brother has interfered. Interesting here, the doctor's brother happens to be the mayor of the town, and the mayor is starting to meddle in the town's affairs. He goes to the newspaper office, and then he discovers when he gets there that, hey, his brother, the mayor, has interfered, which means you kind of get in the middle of something. You kind of do something that isn't your business. It's none of your business. You should stay away. But the mayor has decided to get involved.
He's going to get in the way. He's going to interfere. Apparently, he went to the newspaper office and said, oh, I hear that my brother submitted an article. Let me take a look at that. Oh, no, we can't publish this. So maybe he told the person at the newspaper office there to not publish the article. Yes, he interfered. Before, they were going to go ahead and run the article, but then the mayor kind of interfered, got in the way here and said, no, don't do that.
Exactly. So indeed, the mayor probably threatened the newspaper editor with some kind of violence. So Hofstad has decided that he will run a statement from the mayor guaranteeing that the spring water is safe instead of Stokeman's article. So Stokeman's article has not been run yet. It hasn't been published yet. So the mayor came in there and said, hey, you better not run that article or you're going to be in a lot of trouble. I'll send some people over here and shut you down. So Hofstad decides that, hey, this is probably better to do it the way the mayor wants. So he's going to run a statement. He's going to publish this statement in the newspaper saying, don't worry, the water in the spring wells is perfectly safe. You can continue to take those baths, and tourists from Oslo can still come here and have the time of their lives. And that's what's going to happen. Stokeman's article will not see the light of day.
Yeah, one way or another, the newspaper editor gets the idea. If the mayor says don't run the article, you don't run the article. And yes, Hofstad goes to the next level here. Not only does he not run the article, he's going to run a statement from the mayor himself guaranteeing that the springs are safe, that these baths are safe. Now, what does this do to Stokeman, though, Dr. Stokeman? Well, he's still determined. Yes, determined nonetheless. The doctor calls for a town meeting. So you're going to quash my article. You're going to make sure it doesn't go into the paper. Well, that's okay. I'm still determined. What I'll do is I will hold a public meeting and I will discuss my findings with the residents of this town. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a short break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
At the meeting, no one wants to give Dr. Stokeman a chance to speak. Finally, he tells the people that their lies will infect the whole country. All who live by lies ought to be exterminated, like vermin, he says. This angers the citizens who declare him an enemy of the people. In the middle of the excitement, the doctor tells Morton Kill that it is his tanneries that are a major source of the pollution.
第二部分我们看到动词 exterminate 有消灭或根除之意，例如I used a can of bug spray to exterminate the ants in my kitchen. 我用了一罐杀虫剂来消灭厨房里的蚂蚁。而去除字尾的 e 再加上 ion 则成为它的名词 extermination。我们可以说 We placed some roach pills on the balcony for the extermination of cockroaches. 为了消灭蟑螂，我们在阳台上放置了一些蟑螂药。接下来是单字 declare， 这个字是动词，指宣称或宣布。像是 The area was declared a safe zone by the United Nations peacekeepers. 联合国维和部队宣布该地区是安全区域。另外，我们常常使用 declare A to be B 来表示宣称 A 为 B。举例来说 Thanksgiving was declared to be a national holiday in the late 19th century. 在19世纪末，感恩节被宣布为国定假日。
Okay, so remember the editor, Mr. Hofstadt, will not run the article written by Dr. Stokeman. So Dr. Stokeman is very frustrated, so he calls a meeting of people in the town. And at the meeting, no one wants to give Dr. Stokeman a chance to speak. They keep interrupting. They won't let him have the floor. They keep him quiet. And finally, he tells the people that their lies will infect the whole country. So at last, I guess he takes his chance to speak. He tells all the people, hey, you have all these lies going on here. You simply cannot sweep it under the carpet. It is true that water is contaminated. If you let people continue to use that water, they're going to get infected. They're going to get cancer or something. They're going to die. It's going to ruin our reputation, and no one will want to come here again. But not only will our town be destroyed, but the whole country of Norway will be destroyed. Our lies, or your lies, are going to infect the entire country. And here we've got a featured vocabulary term, infect. To infect means you put a disease into somebody, you give them bacteria or a virus or something like that, and then they get sick.
Yeah, here the idea is the same. No one's passing on an actual disease. But if you start telling lies, those lies will spread, and soon everyone is going to be lying, okay? And that's not good. You do want people to tell the truth. So one lie will lead to another, just like the outbreak of a disease will lead to an outbreak amongst many, many people, and it won't end until it's run its course. Anyways, yes, you infect someone with a disease, you give someone that disease. You allow for them to catch that disease, but like I said before, we're not being literal here. We're saying that one lie will lead to another, and that will lead to a situation where everyone is lying, or where everyone has been infected by this lying disease, even though there's no such thing as a lying disease. Anyways, the doctor next says, all who live by lies ought to be exterminated like vermin. he says. And this is where he goes too far. He's telling the truth, but he might be stepping over a line here. People might be saying, wait a minute, you're calling me a liar? You're calling me vermin? You're saying that I need to be exterminated? Okay, Doc, you are no good. You might be telling the truth and everything, but you are my enemy.
You have gone too far, and it does sound like he is being a little extreme here. They're going to be exterminated, like we would want to exterminate all the cockroaches in our apartment building. Call the exterminator over to kill all those insects. Vermin, of course, are just bad things, insects, undesirable people, animals, etc. This angers the citizens who declare him an enemy of the people. Hey, you're getting personal there, saying those things to us. So you're no longer the good doctor. You are the enemy of the people. They make that declaration. And here the verb is to declare, which means you formally state that this is the case.
Anyways, in the middle of the excitement, after the citizens here have declared Dr. Stokeman to be the enemy of the people, in the middle of this excitement, the doctor tells Morton Kill that it is his tanneries that are a major source of the pollution. Yes, here we have the word pollution. The word pollution refers to poisonous or toxic or otherwise bad things that have been released into the environment by people. So what is contaminating these baths? The stuff that come from Morton Kill's tanneries. Okay, so the real enemy of the people, it sounds like, is this guy Morton Kill. Anyways, here's an example sentence for the word pollution. You could say, factories release a lot of pollution into the atmosphere. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll wrap up an enemy of the people.
The following day, Kill brings the surprising news that he bought shares in the baths with his daughter's inheritance. He presents a deal. Stokeman can take back his claim that Kill's tanneries are polluting the springs and clear Kill's name, or the family money will be gone. Stokeman, however, refuses the deal, sticking to his beliefs and insisting he is the strongest man in town because he stands alone.
最后第三部分，我们看到名词 inheritance 指继承物或遗产。例如 After his grandfather passed away, Ian got a large amount of money as inheritance. 在 Ian 的祖父过世后，他接收到一大笔遗产。而去除字尾的 ance 则成为它的动词 inherit 指继承、传统、遗产等。我们可以说 Mike inherited the ownership of the family company since he's the only son. 由于 Mike 是家中唯一的儿子，他继承了公司的所有权。
Okay, let's continue with the final part of our lesson for today. So remember, the doctor told his father-in-law that, hey, it's your tanneries that are causing the pollution. Your tanneries are causing the contamination. Of course, a tannery is a company that converts animal skin into leather. Now, the following day, Kill brings the surprising news that he bought shares in the baths with his daughter's inheritance. Inheritance, of course, is money or property that you receive from someone who has died, usually your parents. It could also be your grandparents or maybe some other relative.
So he shows up and says, yeah, I bought shares in these baths and I've got a deal for you. He presents a deal. Stokeman can take back his claim that Kill's tanneries are polluting the springs and clear Kill's name, or the family money will be gone. So here you go. We've got a very, very difficult situation on our hands. In one situation, you lie. In the other, the family money is gone. Both situations are kind of bad. So what are you going to do? Are you going to lie? Or are you going to stick to your guns and be principle. Anyways, one way or another, it says here that Kill wants Stokman to clear his name. If you clear your name, everyone, you prove that you are not guilty of something. You kind of get your reputation back. So before, Stokman said, hey, Morton Kill, this is your fault. Now Kill wants Stokman to clear his name. Tell everyone that I'm not guilty. Tell everyone I'm a good guy. They'll believe you, and then we'll be able to keep this family fortune intact.
And Stokman, however, refuses the deal. Hey, he's a strong guy. He says, nope, no deal. I'd rather be poor and broke than to tell lies. So he goes on to stick to his belief. He sticks to his belief. He maintains his beliefs. And he continues to insist he is the strongest man in town because he stands alone. He's the only one who's going to tell the truth. Everybody else has changed their mind, including the editor of the newspaper. He's scared. But now here we've got Stokman. He's a great guy. He's sticking to the truth. Hopefully they don't run him out of town.
Yes, he sticks to his beliefs. He stands alone. He's the only one telling the truth, but then he's also going to be poor, or the family fortune won't be intact, and this daughter won't get her inheritance. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to go ahead and take a break, but don't go away. The Chinese teacher is waiting in the wings.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第二部分提到，在那场会议上没有人要给 Stokman 医生发言的机会。那最后他就告诉大家，他们的谎言将会感染整个国家。这边他用到一个单字叫 infect。infect 它有传染、感染的意思。那我们顺便补充它的字首字根 FECT 这个字根呢，它有做、制作或是产生的意思。那么字首 in 就表示在什么什么之中。同学们可以试着联想，在某个群体之中产生影响、产生效果，那就表示会感染或是造成传染咯。好，那我们接着读到课文第二部分的最后一句。 In the middle of the excitement, the doctor tells Morton Kill that it is his tanneries that are a major source of the pollution. 就在群情激愤的时候呢，医生告诉 Morton Kill 他的制革厂呢就是主要的污染来源。那我们句子里面的 tannery 它是用来指说制造皮革的工厂。好，这边要介绍两个文法重点。第一个是 in the middle of， 它表示在什么什么之中，在什么期间，像 in the middle of the night 就表示半夜。那这个片语呢，后面可以接名词或是动名词来表达正在做什么什么事情的时候，像是 she kept waking up in the middle of the night 就表示她半夜一直醒来。I'm in the middle of doing the laundry. Can I call you back later? 我正在洗衣服，我可以晚点再打电话给你吗？好，再来看第二个重点是分列句。当我们要强调一个句子里面某个部分的时候，常常会用到分列句。你把要强调的部分摆在 it is 跟 that 之间，或者是 it was 跟 that 之间，然后你再把句子剩下的部分摆到 that 之后。那它的句型就是 it is 或是 it was 加上强调的部分，加上 that 再加其他部分。像这样的句型，它可以用来强调原本句子里面的主词啊、受词、地点或是时间等等。像课文的句子，它本来可以写作 His tanneries are a major source of the pollution. 它的制革厂是主要的污染来源。那他为了要强调说那间制革厂就是主要的污染来源，所以他就把主词 his tanneries 摆在 it is 跟 that 之间，然后把句子剩下的字词移到 that 后方，就会念作 It is his tanneries that are a major source of the pollution. 好，另外提醒同学们，如果你想要强调的部分是人，你可以把 that 改用 who 来表示。举例来说，假设我们原本的句子是 Gina told him the secret. Gina 把秘密告诉他。如果要强调说 Gina 就是泄露秘密的那个人，是 Gina 把秘密告诉他的，那我们就可以把 Gina 摆在 it was 跟 that 之间，然后句子就变成 It was Gina that told him the secret, 或者是 It was Gina who told him the secret. 好，以上就是今天的重点整理，我们来回顾今天的单字吧。
Furious. When I got home after midnight, my mother was furious. Ruin. The business was ruined in the stock market crash. Publish. The actor asked the magazine not to publish the pictures of him with his girlfriend. Interfere. The reporter interfered with the police investigation and was arrested for it. Nonetheless. I'm not sure if I can climb the mountain, but I will try nonetheless. Infect. In some cases, diseases that affect animals can infect humans too. Declare. After careful consideration, the judge declared the law a violation of the Constitution. Pollution. There is a very high level of pollution in the lake.
Discussion starter starts now!
And now it's time for our discussion starter. Do you think Stokeman made the right choice by refusing to take back what he said?
Well, I think he made a mistake because he could have just kept his mouth shut and just simply not took baths in that water. He could have gone to a neighboring town or something and he wouldn't have gotten sick. Everybody else in the town would have got sick and died, and he could have taken over all the businesses there and become a rich man. How about you?
I think Stokeman did the right thing, okay? Because he's a principled individual. He stuck to his guns. He believes in telling the truth, even if it means stepping on some toes along the way. He's going to tell the truth no matter what. And you know what? I respect him for that, and I think that he definitely did the right thing. Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.